I'm going to use this photograph to show you the simple process, step by step. The first step, we have to find the placement. I have a blending stone. Let's see, I'm going to have it about here. Maybe the face about here, or maybe a little smaller. We're not measuring yet. We are not define any detail yet. The second thing, we need to look into the proportion. And this is the top. This is the chin, right there. And from here to here, and let's see. This the hairline. This the hairline. This is the eyebrows. Okay. The hairline, the eyebrows looks the same size. And this is the nose. The bottom of the nose and the bottom of the chin. This actually looks the same. And let's take a look. Let me get a simple stick. Find that. This. Don't move it. And come here. It looks the same over here and the same over there. 1, 2, and then come down here. It's actually the same size. So, but however, this part is about 3/4. This part is 3/4 of one of the 3. Let's see. And let's put a mark. This is, and this is the eyebrows. Let's take a look. Yeah, pretty close to 3/4. That's the, actually wait a minute, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 3 of the 4. It would be between the eyebrows and the bottom of the nose. Regularly, if it's not you're laughing really hard, it should be the eyebrows and the nose as the same as is from the nose to the chin. In that case, it probably the 4 spaces, it look exactly the same distance. That's the top of the head. That's the bottom of the chin. And then let's see. And we first are going to divide it into 4. How about that? 4. But not exactly 4. Because this will get a little more. This get a little more. And between the eyebrows and the bottom of the nose, it get a little smaller, but maybe a little too small. Let's get up a little bit more. About that. It's about 3/4 of this thing. And get a little bit higher. So this part is the same as this part and the same as the bottom part. Get up a little. Like that. Okay, good. Now we got this divided in the correct proportion. This is the hairline, right? That's the chin. And we can also find the center line. The center line is right here. It actually in this kind of angle, not exactly straight vertical. It's tilted a little angle like this. That's the angle of this line. Okay, we can move it over. This is about the angle of this line. How about that? Okay, now we want to also compare the height to the width to find the correct proportion. Let's take a look. I'm gonna find from, this is very obvious line. I can see that there's a very obvious line. Like this line. So I'm going to find from here to this very obvious. I'm going to from here to here, I want to try to relate it to the vertical. Now, I kind of, very interesting, is a coincidence. It's by accident I find out this is from the chin to the hairline. It's the same as from this side to the right side of the head. Okay, that's just good. We already know where the hairline to the chin is, and we're gonna move it. Now we know this is the left side of the face before the ear, and this the right side of the head. Now we can find, oh, right here. Here you go. I'm going to use a hard charcoal pencil right here. And this is the left of the face before the ear. Okay. And I'm also going to find the reference line for the left side of the face. It's like this. So it's not straight vertical. It's come out a little bit toward the top, toward the left a little bit. So that means I cannot do it like this. It's supposed to be on this side. Because by eye, it's not quite right. Okay. It actually going toward that directions, like that. Okay. Interesting, right? And then after you find that, you can find this triangle. But let's hold on yet. This is the hairline, right? And this is the eyebrows. The eyebrows in this angle. So you can see that the eyebrows in this angle. This is the eyebrows. Draw a soft line. This is connect to it. And the eye, and it's about between the eyebrows and the nose. And we can divide it in actually a little less than 1/3. A little less than 1/3. Okay, this is good. If we find that from here, this come up a little bit. This right here. And this is the nose. And we're gonna find about 1/3 divided in 1/3. A little less than 1/3 right there. So I can find this is the line for both eyes. Okay. That's just simple. Okay, let's take a look at what's the shape of this shape. Try to find, this is another shape over here. But I want to find there's another shape over here. You can see that? There's another shape over here. Let's find what is this compared to the left or to the right. So we're going to stick with this. Okay. We're gonna say use this side. Interesting. That's almost, can you see? Almost 1, 2, 3. Almost exact 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. So I'm going to approximately divide this 1/3, 1/3, and 1/3. Right? That's good. So this is 1/3. That means this is the nose. And from here, and we can actually divide into half. This is almost a quarter. Divide this half. But this side have a little more. This have a little less about here. So I can draw almost a vertical line. for the left side of the shape. Come down here like this. Right? Good. So this would be the eye. You can see. And this would be the eye. From here to here. This is the right side of the eye. Right? You can see that. And would be almost half from this line to this line is the width of the eyes. A little bit more than half. So it'll be here. Okay, like this. And the eyebrows about over there. The eyebrows about over here. Okay, that's almost good. And now we can see we can draw this kind of angle line. And we can find the left side and the right side of the nose. Let's code. This is the corner of the eye. That's the corner of the nose. And that's the corner of the nose on this side. Okay. Like that. And what about the mouth? Let's take a look. If we draw a reference line, maybe we will not find this yet. I want to find this 2 angle line. If I extend this 2 angle line, come up here, right? Extend this angle line, come up here. Right in the middle, between the two eyebrows, I'm going to find it's about here. Okay, pay attention to that. And it's about the corner of that, it will be here. So find the angle of that line. A little more. And then find the other angle. Draw like a triangle shape. You find it from here. This is one. And it looks like that angle could be opened up a little more. This is called reference shape. Reference shape, mostly I use triangle. And is it a wider triangle, narrow triangle, smaller triangle? And let's see. And also we can find, I think it's here. I want to divide the space between the nose and the chin. And the bottom of the upper lip is about half of this mouth and the same size as this, and this is almost the same size. So if we divide it into 1, 2, and half, it should work. Okay, let's see. This is about half. 1, 2, 2 and half. Okay, let's see. So we're gonna draw this and that, and that's the corner of the mouth, and that's the triangle, of that shape, like this. And then I come out, connect this angle, that become the mouth. That actually the bottom, so I extend the upper lip right here. Right. Okay. Now I'm going into to see what's the corner of the face that is actually directly on the same horizontal line as the upper lip over here, and making sure that line is same over there, and start making the curve and coming down here. That's the chin. And now come this line, this kind of angle, this the angle, come up here. And okay, now I'm going to divide this into 1/3, 1/3, 1/3, 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. That. Based on that, I'm going to 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. So this is the left, this is the ear space. And if I connect that from the eyebrows all the way here, it actually connect to this area, close to the ear, over there, over here, right here. Because his face tilt down a little bit, so is that you can see the ear a little bit higher at the top here. Okay. Now we find the angle of the line, like this. And this side is close to the nose. Close to the nose. Like this. Right? And on this side, the ears wrap around, so actually like this, wrap around on the curved line. So from the eyebrows, it's going outside here. So this is the ear. We can draw the triangle like this. That's the ear. Right? And then you can divide that into a smaller shape for the ear on this side. Okay, we're almost there. And then we come up here. That's the top of the head. You either draw a straight line or a curved line, but it's about I always start with a straight line and then turn it into curved line. Okay, and this looks like there's a little lighter area come up because they have less hair on both sides. Okay, come up a little like that. Okay. And what's the neck? So we can see right here there is a shape right here on the side of the face that is come down straight, come down in the corner of the mouth. That is where the starting point of the line connect to the shoulder. And pay attention to the angle of this. And that's why I always say that take it slow, enjoy the process. Actually make it go faster. Okay. And look at this angle and compare this space. Looks like this space is the same as from the nose to the eyes. So if you already know the nose, that, and you move it down here, and you notice that, oh, it's right here. It's about here, from the nose to the eye. It's right here. Okay. And what about on this side? You extend that to the line, it all the way come down here. It's pretty close to that if you extend that line. And just come out a little. No. They actually extend the outside triangle. That will connect to that. The outside triangle right here on the side of the face. They actually connect to that line, starting point. And then you can connect back to the shirt. Okay, that. Good. But before you draw those small details, I want to draw the whole proximary line and what's the direction. And think about how wide is this. You don't want to make a shoulder too wide for a child. And you can find this, the width of the shirt over here, compared to from this corner of the eye to the other corner, the outside corner of the eye. If you find that over here, that is the size. Looks like I draw it almost too big. I'm gonna come down here and have a little curved line. Not too much, like that. And now come into maybe the T. The T is not so much. One of the things about drawing child's T, and you don't want to draw too much, and you don't want to draw too little. You don't want to control this. It's suggested that the T is good enough, but you don't want to draw the dark line in between every T to emphasize too much, right? Now we actually already lay out the right proportion, the reference line, and I've been using a few techniques to ensure that we get the relationship correctly. Okay. Now what is the next thing I'm going to do? I'm going to start divide the space into dark shape and light shape. I'm going to divide this. When I do the shape, I'll focus in the shape. Compare to the dark shape, to the light shape, the relationship in the sizes. And this is on the forehead, okay, the shadow side. Okay. This is the shadow side. Okay. Pay attention to it. On every step, whatever you try to find, just thinking about trying to find what you are looking for. Okay. Don't jump too fast. Okay. You're supposed looking at this. You don't want to think about something else yet. You don't want to think too far in the future. It's just one step at a time. Right? That's good. And on the eyes here, there is also a shape, a little darker. There's a little triangle right here. Okay, right there. And on the nose, there actually are a shape over here, a little darker too, around the nose, and on the side, on this side, between the mouth and the nose, it has shadow side on this side. And on the chin, there is a darker shape, and there's the middle tongue over here too. So divide that. And on the lower part of the chin, because it's curved, the whole face is curved, especially in this when someone's smiling and laughing. And this is actually quite curved, and this actually have a little darker shape. On the neck, because I think this is the shadow of the camera, so probably I'm guessing this side it will be the shadow side, and this is the darker area inside the shadow side, and connect to that. Okay, this is good. And look at the hair. Most people make the mistake, make the hair look flat. And actually the hair also curve, alright? So this side is lighter because obviously the light coming from this side, and this side is the shadow side. This side is the shadow side, this side is the light side. So the light coming from this side. So this should be a little bit lighter, this side would be a little bit darker on that. Okay. The next step will be easy and fun, and let's do it. I'm going to use a softer, and maybe just going to use a medium at this point. So I'm going to shade it into this is the hair. It's pretty dark. I'm going to shade it into the shadow side. Shape. I always say drawing is a language. I think we all agree with that. And every medium is different language. and their shape is also one of their actually alphabets in the whole drawing language. I'm gonna make this shadow side a little bit darker. We first look into the big shape, and then before we go into a smaller shape or lighter shape. In the dark shape has big darker shape, and they include a darker shape or lighter in the darker shape. But we need to focus on the big relationship before you come down to smaller relationship. Okay. And on the neck, we decided to make the shirt a little simpler for now. Let's let go some of the reference line. We're gonna remove that. No longer need those lines. Okay. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to use my finger. Actually, I use my finger to blend almost my whole life. And I know that there's something called blender that we can use. And some people doesn't like to seeing the fingers get dirty, and you use the blender. Well, this is fine. We're going to explore a little bit more in another videos about blending technique and materials. So I'm going to shade it into. We try to taking care of the bigger shape and bigger relationship first. And this side of the T also a little darker than the other side of the T because the shadow side. Right? And compare to the face on the left and compare to the face on the right. This is actually considered the middle tone, the same tone as the chin over here. So I'm going to actually have this a little bit darker than the other side. Even though compared to the darker side, in the same area, it's just lighter. But when you think about the global relationship, it actually is still darker than the lighter side of the face. Okay, I'm going to blend it in a little more because I have some transitions from darker to lighter, and also here has some middle tone. I want to blend it into that. And actually compare this to the highlight of the cheek. It's also a little bit darker, so I'm gonna get it in here too. And now on the tip of the nose. And okay. Now the next thing, I'm going to use my eraser as my drawing tool to adjust it. I'm going to see, because my big finger, and I'm going to get this area back a little lighter. And actually here, a little bit lighter. And get it back a little. Okay, and some T a little bit lighter, and here, and there's a few T a little bit lighter, and I kind of destroy the light. Okay, get it back a little. That's good. And maybe for the highlight of the cheek, instead I'm gonna actually make it all a little bit darker to the middle tone, and then I'm gonna use my eraser to create a soft highlight, a very soft highlight. That's good, right there. And it looks like there's the reference line. I need to let it go. Yeah, good. Okay, now I'm going to come back to use the medium charcoal pencil. I'm going to just to get back the details, because after you blend it, actually the detail also kind of blur into the shape. And a little bigger this eye, okay, like this, and this a little bit darker at the bottom of the nose. Now come into this side of the mouth a little bit higher, this side a little bit lower. I can see that. Just the corner of the mouth a little bit darker, usually at the corner inside the mouth, because the shadow. Okay, and this actually the edge of the outside mouth, the lower lip, and there's a little darker. Okay. Like that. That's the mouth. And define the shape for the shadow a little better, and actually this a little bit darker. So I'm going to add a little bit more charcoal, so make it look a little bit darker. And there's actually a little curve in here, so you can add the detail to it. And on this side of the head, the hair, I'm gonna make it a little bit darker on this side, so create an illusion of actually the face turning from this side to the other side. I'm gonna add a small shape, a small triangle in the ear. Okay. Define the shape over here for the ear, and okay, at the bottom of this ear also have a little darker, because a little turning into that. And I'm going to define this line a little bit better. So this step is a little bit, we define things after the blending. But this is the beginning of the whole portrait drawing. And you can use the same observational technique in a watercolor painting or any other mediums of painting. Okay, like that. I'm not sure, that looks like there's a little bit lighter over here. Now we are going into smaller shape inside the big establishment, big area comparison. And this is called we starting from big to small. You're not just going to make it look like a photorealistic. This is not what we're trying to do. Even though you can go in that directions. But we're probably going to keep the freshness of the drawing, at the same time make it more correct. But we're going to keep some area to be loose, and some area a little tight, and some areas the focal points, the other area become the supporting elements.